Joining us now, right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, Chief Executive Officer for the Peach Bowl. Kind enough to join us, David Epps. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. How are you guys? It's great to be talking college football again, isn't it?
It is. It absolutely is. And the Peach Bowl, obviously, tremendous bowl game, a lot of history. And I know that you guys are excited to really get this thing going.
We are. We've been worried about another kind of football the past 8 weeks in Atlanta with the World Cup, so we're really excited. We sort of unabashedly call ourselves the capital of college football. So when we get to this time of year and we really get to start seeing it, talking about it, the energy grows. So we're really excited about what's going to happen with our Aflac kickoff game Labor Day, and then finishing up the season with a quarterfinal in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Yeah. My only complaint, and it has nothing to do with the Peach Bowl people, as a loyal Arizona State grad, that was targeting on Texas 2 years ago, and I'm going to stand by that. I'm going to take that to my grave. So
I will tell you, what such a phenomenal game, and I can't disagree with you. I didn't have the stripes on that day, but
the big brand gets the big breaks.
I tell you, that was the great thing about that game, though, was I think it was a little bit of a coming out party to remind everybody that the Big 12 can play with anybody when they're put on that field. And it was that was a special night. And, gosh, you're never going to see another Cam Scattaboo again.
That guy's something else.
Yeah, bull in a china shop.
Yeah. You got the kickoff, Baylor versus Auburn. That's a great game to kick things off.
Yeah, we're excited about that. Through our history in this game, we've done a variety of conferences and teams, but for us, a game like this is really interesting because you have two teams with huge upside. The expectations for either of them is probably not to win a conference, but you look at the talent, look at the moves they made in the offseason, sort of the momentum that's built around the transfers and the new coach, and almost to the same point about Texas Arizona State, you get to create a good data point between two solid sort of middle of the conference teams with huge upside to see how ACC and the Big 12 compare.
So the history of the Peach Bowl is one that's fascinating through the years. But what is it you guys are trying to? What's the message you're getting out? This early in the season here with the Big 12 kicking things off.
Well, we're here for a number of reasons. One is that we feel like all the P4 conferences are important to us. We don't draw distinctions and say these are superior. We want to make sure that we're ready and prepared to host any and all of the teams that could be on our board. And ultimately for us, our customer is making sure that the CFP and the conference commissioners and the head coaches and the athletic directors, we create a good, positive, frictionless experience for them when they reach the postseason. Because we know that the bowl world has changed, obviously, and it's not a bowl week. This is a business trip more so than it's a reward for the players. We continue to try to focus in Atlanta. We as I said, we sort of unabashedly consider ourselves the capital of college football. We want to give a little taste of Atlanta, but we want to serve those constituencies, and that's the message we start telling this time of year is that we're here to help support college football, make it better, make it easier, and when it's all said and done, make the teams that came through our game on the way to a national championship feel like it was the best experience they've ever had in a bowl.
That first game, not preseason, but pre-conference game, I guess you call it, how long does that take to get the teams, and what's the process as you go about setting those games up?
Man, that's a great question. There's no one path, which is you'd love it if there was a clear process. 2 years out, you talk to this person, but it really comes down to a perfect storm of scheduling, availability. In many cases, it has to do with teams maybe dropping somebody off their schedule. Maybe there was a home and home that they wanted to turn into a single neutral site. In this particular case, this was a home and home. And Auburn came to Baylor last year, and we approached them and said, well, what if we took your game and moved it to Atlanta, put it on a little bit of a higher stage, a more elevated stage, Saturday the 5th, ABC. Yeah. It sort of elevates the entire process.
No question.
Gets the players and the coaches focused on something really important for us. So this was a case. And also for us, the neutral site games are really challenging these days because with all the conferences going to 9 conference games, and if you have a 10th that's a rivalry game that's outside of your conference, schools really only have 2 to work with. Mm-hmm. And in most cases, coaches don't want to schedule a losable game,
we understand.
right, for those 2.
Right,
And so the pickings are slim when you're trying to find these. So what we did is work with Auburn to say, what if we can bring this to Atlanta, and then we can funnel some of our NIL spend through the Auburn student athletes to help us promote it. So doing real traditional what NIL is supposed to be. Let them help us sell tickets, promote the broadcast, promote the events. And that turned out to be a separator, a differentiator between how some other cities do these games and how we're going to try to do them going forward.
Well, that ought to resonate.
We think it will, but if college football has taught us nothing, it's probably not going to look like what it looks like today 3 years from now, but we feel like we're building a better mousetrap so that if things continue the way they are, we can hopefully attract some more teams into Atlanta.
I know you have your relationship with Aflac, and I know you guys have raised a lot of money through them as well.
We do. Our charitable mission for the Peach Bowl as a whole is not only on the bowl game, but it's also on the Aflac kickoff game, which subtitle is Kickoff for a Cause. And because we use that game to help raise money to support childhood cancer awareness and treatments. And so over the past 6 or 7 years, we've ultimately invested almost $25 million in childhood cancer awareness and treatments. And Aflac is obviously very committed to that. So it was a perfect marriage. And September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So the fact that we play this game Labor Day weekend, all those pieces dovetail perfectly. And, I like to say that if we do well, then we can do good. And we want to continue to do good in our communities and use college football to make more of an impact than people expect it to.
No peach jacket. Is there like an official peach jacket for the Peach Bowl? Because it always seems like when you see the bowl guys, they're always wearing the different color blazers.
I laugh because I've been with the bowl 32 years, and when I started, there was actually a peach blazer. But we started having to give people glasses to keep their retinas from being burned out.
That's happened the last couple of days, just different people.
Oh, there are a bunch of walking around here. So I remember in the early 90s, we said, you know what, let's just go to a blue blazer.
Smart.
And everybody universally said, done, let's do it. And so we're happy to.
Hey, we appreciate you today in that blue blazer, man.
That's good.
Hey, thanks for coming by. We really appreciate it. And we'd love to get a team out there because I'd love to get to Atlanta for sure.
Well, we'd love to have you, and hope you guys have a great remainder of media days.
Awesome.
Thanks
Thank you
for
so
stopping.
much.
Appreciate you guys.
97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.